The late Cretaceous meets the Paleocene in a collision of eras that nature itself had never once intended. In the heart of the blood mangroves, the apex of land meets the ultimate nightmare of the water.
The humidity is a physical weight pressing down on the colossal ferns and the thick, humid swamp air.
The Tyrannosaurus rex emerges from the tree line, appearing as a 7-ton engine of pure bone-crushing power.
He is a battle-scarred veteran, with a hide marked by the horns of the prehistoric Triceratops herd.
The predator has come to the water edge to claim a carcass found rotting in the thick mud.
As he lowers his massive head, the birds in the canopy suddenly go silent in the heavy atmosphere. The T-Rex freezes as his legendary senses detect a vibration that is not a stomp, but slithering. From the dark, tea-colored depths of the delta, and the Titanoboa rises slowly from the cold, murky water.
She is 45 feet of cold-blooded muscle, and a serpent so massive, her passage sounds like landslides.
Her scales are the color of swamp moss, providing a perfect camouflage until it is far too late.
She simply uncoils her head, rising up toward the level of the massive chest of the dinosaur king. The king of the dinosaurs lets out a low, guttural growl that vibrates deep in his very ribs.
The challenge is accepted as the T-Rex strikes first, with massive jaws, snapping like a hydraulic press.
But the Titanoboa is liquid lightning, lunging sideways with her body, becoming a blur of green and brown. Before the Rex can reset his stance, she has already made contact, striking at the predator's scaly leg.
She wraps a powerful coil around his ankle, pulling with the massive weight of a...
The T-Rex stumbles his massive tail, whipping through the humid air to maintain his center of balance.
He roars in fury, snapping at the air as the serpent begins her primary maneuver of constriction.
With a sudden explosive burst of energy, the Titanoboa throws her weight over the back of the Rex.
The sound of shifting scales against dinosaur hide is like heavy leather rubbing together in the swamp.
The Rex is caught in a nightmare as he tries to shake her off, spinning in circles. The serpent coil is tightening, and every time the Rex exhales, the Titanoboa squeezes his massive chest. The pressure is astronomical, thousands of pounds per square inch, designed to stop a massive beating heart.
The T-Rex breath becomes a ragged wheeze, and his golden eyes wide with the realization of his fate.
But the king of the tyrants still has his greatest weapon as the serpent head glides near.
The T-Rex lunges, catching the Titanoboa mid-body with 6-inch serrated teeth sinking deep inside her.
He thrashes his head from side to side, a feeding shake that tears through the serpent scales.
The Titanoboa shrieks a high-pitched wet hiss of pure agony as her grip on him falters.
Seizing the opening, the T-Rex slams his weight forward, pinning the serpent against a massive petrified log. He reaches down and delivers a final, bone-shattering bite to the base of the serpent's skull.
He lets out a thunderous roar of absolute dominance that shakes the dark water in the delta.
He has survived the deadliest battle in ancient history, proving that the king remains the absolute king.
As the sun sets over the blood mangroves and the Rex turns back toward the dark forest edges,
the dinosaur leaves the massive carcass to the scavengers, as victory is the only currency here today.
Today, the land has reclaimed its throne from the water in a brutal display of natural power.
The king returns to his territory, leaving behind the remnants of a battle nature will never forget.
The prehistoric world remains a harsh and unforgiving place, where only the strongest can ever hope survival.
In this ancient ecosystem, the balance of power shifts with every sunrise and every lethal encounter witnessed. The tea-colored depths hold many secrets that are rarely glimpsed by those who walk the land.
The landscape of the late Cretaceous is a vast tapestry of life and death woven into history. Every living creature must be vigilant for predators that hide in the shadows of the mangrove roots.
The humidity of the swamp creates a world where water and earth are perpetually bound together closely.
From his vantage point, the Tyrannosaurus rex surveys his domain as the undisputed master of his world. Scavengers now move in to claim what remains of the fallen queen of the ancient mangrove swamp.
The cycle of life continues as energy from one predator is passed down to many smaller ones.
After the exertion of the deadliest battle, the king must rest to heal his many physical wounds. The moon rises over a world where giants once walked and fought for their place in history.
A new dawn breaks over the mangroves, where the traces of yesterday's violence are already fading away.
The dinosaur awakens, ready to face the challenges of a world that never stops testing his strength.
Strength and resilience are the only qualities that ensure a legacy in this harsh and competitive environment.
The hunger of a 7-ton predator is never truly satisfied for long in the prehistoric world. Nature has a way of cleansing itself, removing the evidence of the brutal struggles that occur daily. While one queen has fallen, others remain in the tea-colored depths, waiting for their own turn. The sight of potential prey refocuses the king's attention as he begins another day of the hunt. Stealth is just as important as power for a hunter that needs to surprise his fast targets.
Life thrives in abundance here, but it is an abundance that is constantly balanced by the predators. The sudden lunge of the tyrannosaur creates a wave of panic that ripples through the grazing herd.
Dust clouds rise as hundreds of tons of living muscle flee from the absolute king of dinosaurs.
The predator singles out his target with a terrifying burst of speed that defies his massive size.
A single swift bite ends the life of the herbivore as the Land King secures another meal.
The hunt is successful, and the dinosaur feeds in peace as the rest of the herd escapes.
In the delta, the scavengers have finished their work, leaving only the bones of the serpent queen.
The bones of the Titanoboa are a grim reminder of the power possessed by the land's king.
A tropical storm approaches the region, bringing a new set of challenges for the prehistoric life here.
Rain begins to fall, washing the dust from the ferns and replenishing the tea-colored delta waters. The dinosaur king waits for the storm to pass, sheltered beneath a massive ancient stone rock formation.
Lightning flashes across the dark prehistoric sky, revealing the raw power of the elements in this world.
Small creatures find refuge wherever they can to avoid the cold and wet conditions of the storm. The river rises, flooding the delta and changing the landscape once again for the creatures living there.
The storm passes, leaving the world refreshed and vibrant under the warm light of the afternoon sun.
The king emerges ready to reclaim his domain and hunt for his next meal in the jungle.
The dinosaur king explores his territory, witnessing the constant changes brought by the natural elements of Earth.